If you've ever scrolled through social media during December and thought, everyone else is doing Christmas way better than me, this video is for you. Maybe you see other mums doing elaborate elf on the shelf setups or baking 3 types of Christmas biscuits, attending every school event, and somehow still looking calm and joyful, and you're just trying to get through the day without losing it. Well, here's what I want you to know. You're not failing. You're just being driven by external expectations instead of your own values. And today I'm going to show you how to shift that. Let me tell you about a client I worked with last year. She came to me completely frazzled. She was running around taking her kids to Christmas play rehearsals, after school clubs, the Christmas fete. She was baking for the class party, making special Christmas foods she always made, setting up decorations she actually hated because it made everything harder to clean. And she was putting them up earlier than she liked because she wanted it to be a magical time for her children, all while juggling medical appointments, work commitments, and negotiating a tricky ex-partner who wasn't taking the children as often as they'd agreed. She was consistently at the end of her own to-do list, and she felt completely lost and overwhelmed. And the thing is, she didn't even realise why she was doing all of this. She just knew that other mums were doing these things. The school was offering these activities. Her kids seemed excited about them. And if she didn't do them, maybe her kids would miss out. This is what I call being driven by external expectations. And it's one of the most common patterns I see in the mums I work with, especially around Christmas. You're not making choices based on what you want or what's right for your family. You're making choices based on what other families are doing and what the school is offering, maybe what you see on social media or what you think a good mum should do. And the worst part is you usually don't even realise you're doing it. That comparison is hidden and the pressure then becomes invisible. Instead, you just feel overwhelmed and inadequate and like you're constantly not measuring up. So here's what we did together. I asked her 3 questions. First, what do you want? Not what do you think you should want, not what other mums want. What do you actually want? She paused. She hadn't thought about that in months. Question 2. What does Christmas mean to you? And what's the underlying feeling you want your children to experience? She said, I want them to feel loved and connected, like we're a family unit, even though their dad isn't here anymore. Notice she didn't say, I want them to have the most activities or I want them to have the most gifts. She wanted them to feel loved and connected. And question 3, how do you want your children to experience you over Christmas? Stressed or soothed? And that one hit hard because she realised that in trying to create all this magic, she was actually showing up stressed, snappy, and overwhelmed. The exact opposite of what she wanted. We also explored something deeper. She was trying to compensate for her unreliable ex. She was trying to make it up to the children by plastering over the cracks with more activities, more magic, more everything. But what her children actually needed wasn't more. They needed her, present, calm, connected. As she became aware of what was driving her, she was able to soften. She started to think about what she really wanted to commit to, what she could let go of, and how she could better take care of herself so she could be present with her kids in the way she really wanted. Now, the really interesting part was she still decided to do most of the things she'd committed to doing. Her workload didn't get much smaller, but her experience of Christmas completely changed. Instead of feeling driven, she felt like she was making choices. She was weighing up what it would take from her to do those activities, how much she wanted to give to her kids, what her capacity actually was. And she started taking ownership of her decisions. And over time, she stopped feeling frazzled, out of control, overwhelmed, like she was failing. Instead, she started feeling deliberate, focused, and determined, joyful even, strong and capable, and excited about the Christmas she was creating. It was the first Christmas after her ex had left the family home, and instead of it being a time of survival, it became a time of reclaiming her decisions. And that's the shift I want for you. So, how do you make this shift? Well, here's the framework I use with my clients. Step 1, recognize the external pressures. Start noticing when you're making decisions based on what other families are doing or what the school is offering, what you see on social media, or what you think you should do. And just notice it, don't judge it, just become aware. And ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to or because I think I should? Step 2, weigh up what's right for your family. And this might mean considering your children's different abilities and temperaments, your own capacity and energy levels, and what current pressures your family is under, whether that's work or health or relationships. And most importantly, what you actually want, not what other families need, what your family needs. Step 3, joyfully embrace the things you want to do. Now, once you've decided what you're saying yes to, embrace it fully. Don't do it begrudgingly or do it while resenting it. Do it because you've chosen it, because it fits with your values, because it's what you want for your family. And step 4, confidently let go of the things that will be too much. This is the hardest part for most mums, saying no to the Christmas fete, saying no to the extra baking, saying no to the elaborate decorations. But here's what I want you to remember. Every yes to something is a no to something else. When you say yes to the Christmas fete, you're saying no to a calm Saturday morning at home. When you say yes to elaborate decorations, you're saying no to your own ease and energy. And there's no right or wrong answer. There's only what's right for you and your family. And when you let go of things confidently, not from a place of guilt or inadequacy, but from a place of choice, that's when you reclaim your power. And there's something else I want you to consider too. Your children are already receiving so much Christmas input from everyone else. Nursery, school, relatives, friends, TV, social media. They're getting Christmas everywhere. What they're not getting everywhere is you. Present, calm, connected. That's the real magic. Not the elf on the shelf, not the perfectly decorated biscuits, not the elaborate advent calendar. It's you, sitting with them, reading a story, laughing together, being fully there. Make Christmas as special as you want to, but remember to reserve time to create your own special memories. You know, the ones that don't require a Pinterest board or a to-do list. The ones that just require you showing up as yourself. So, if you're feeling the weight of trying to create the most magical Christmas, if you're comparing yourself to other families and feeling like you're not measuring up, or if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the expectations and don't know how to let go, I want to help you. I've created something called the Calm Mum Reset. 5 therapeutically informed tools to help you navigate the chaos of Christmas without losing yourself. These are the exact tools I use with my clients and with my own child to help shift from overwhelm into ownership, from comparison into confidence, and from driven into deliberate choice. You can grab it using the link in the description below. And remember, you're not failing because you're not doing what other families are doing. You get to create the right kind of Christmas for you. And the fact that you care this much, that you're watching this video, that you want to get it right, that already makes you a good enough mum. Be soft with yourself. Be soft with your expectations. Every family does Christmas differently, and that's not just okay, that's beautiful. I'll see you in the next video.